Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you, and this is the house or the brand Guy Laroche. So Guy Laroche is a designer brand and they've been around for at least 50 years, I would say. Yeah, they've been around for a very long time. So they're famous. They become famous in 1982 with their Drakkar Noir release. Before that, they had Drakkar from 1970s, 1976, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure some of you will correct me. So first it was Drakkar, and then it was Drakkar Noir, which was 1982, and that Drakkar Noir made them a global name. It was a big hit. It was a bestseller. It was a bestseller for a very long time. Still has a big following. Still has that cult following. People love that perfume. Obviously it's not for everybody because it is 70s and 80s perfumery, and those eras they made perfumes very strong. So they made it strong, they made it green, they made it masculine, spicy, herbal, and all these things, making it very good, but in the same time not everybody's cup of tea. So today's Drakkar Noir, unfortunately, been reformulated to death. It doesn't perform, it doesn't smell. I mean, the smell is still, to some extent, still there, but unfortunately, the depth of it, the complexity of it, and the performance of it is gone. If you buy a Drakkar Noir today, it would probably last you about a couple of hours, unfortunately. It used to be a beast mode. Anyway, so this one is the few flankers before that. So Drakkar Noir, Drakkar Essence, I think it was called. There are a few of them, but none of them were as big as Drakkar Noir original until the Drakkar Intense. Drakkar Intense came out a couple of years ago and it was a big hit. I absolutely loved it myself. It's a very good fragrance. It's a flanker of original Drakkar. And this one is another flanker which came out just a few months ago, and is this one called Drakkar Bleu. So this is Drakkar Bleu EDP, 100 ml. It's targeted for men, and in United Kingdom you can find it under £30. I think retails for £60, but you can find it discounted if you do your research. I paid under £30 for it, and let's see how it goes for that price. Before I do the unboxing, please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to keep in this endeavor, to stay afloat, to survive, to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they could be a hidden gem. Sorry about the noise when you do unboxing, you can't do anything about it. So as I said, this one came out a few months ago. It is a 2025 release, and it was quite well received in the fragrance community. So let's see how it goes. As always with Drakkar range, a very simple box, very simple presentation, very minimalistic, which is good for us consumers and good for the environment. And oops, blimey. All right. So yeah, same bottle in this range. Okay, very simple packaging, very simple box, simple bottle, very simple and very minimalistic again, but it's nice. It's nothing to brag about, but it does the job perfectly. And the cap is plastic, and the atomizer is old-fashioned and black. I don't mind that at all, as long as it does the job perfectly. Here we go. This is the atomizer. Okay, atomizer, not a big atomizer, but it's okay, it does the job again. So here we go for first impression for Drakkar Bleu EDP 100 ml by Guy Laroche, Paris, and here we go. First impression. Woo! They done it again. Very nice. It opens like 70s and 80s perfumery again. So very reminiscent of classical world. Very herbal, very green, watery, yes, but no oceanic or sea salty, just clean water. Citrusy, fruity. The fruitiness, yeah, I can smell something like apple in here, a little bit of cucumber. So apple, cucumber, a little bit of a, maybe even a watermelon. So a hint of watermelon, hint of cucumber, and a hint of crispy apple. And the apple in here is quite green. It's got a big citrus component in here, so I'm smelling something like maybe bergamot and lemon together to give it that big citrusy feel as well. It opened up super fresh, very bright, very happy, very uplifting, very inviting, very fresh in the same time. So for the first impression, I classify this fragrance as fresh fragrance, yes, and also I would classify it as citrus herbal aquatic. So citrus herbal aquatic, and the aquaticness of it, not on the oceanic or sea salty, just a watery aspect. So here we go. Let's go and see what else we find. Big aromatic component in here. I'm smelling at least lavender, maybe even violet leaf in here. So it's like a combination of few aromatics to give it a big aromatic feel. Again, it reminds me definitely of 70s and 80s perfumery. It's very clean, is very fresh, in the same time very herbal, very deep, very leafy, very green, very quite citrusy, quite fruity, but there is nothing unique in here. Obviously this DNA has been done many times before, especially in 80s and 90s. This kind of fragrances were everywhere. Every house, every brand did at least few variation of this kind of fragrances. But because it's Drakkar Bleu, and Drakkar Noir and Flankers, they have very big following. I think this is going to be a hit as well. I like it for a first impression. Yes, I give it 2 thumbs up. So far so good. Reminds me of 2 fragrances to some extent. One is YSL EDP, and to some extent Mont Blanc Legend Blue. So it's just got some similarities to those 2. It's not 100% copy of them, but it is very similar to those fragrances. It's just to give you right direction, right mental picture. How does it smell overall? Smells similar to some extent to those 2. If you like those 2, you like this. If you don't like those 2, most likely you don't like this. The only thing is this one is much more affordable, much more reasonably priced. Those 2 are around 70-80 pounds for 100 ml. This one is under 30 pounds, so you do the math. The only thing is with House of Drakkar, House of Guy Laroche, the performance is hit and miss. Sometimes they are very good, sometimes they are not very good. So let's see how is the performance. If the performance is anything good, even if it's on the medium side of things, let's say 6 hours plus, that would be a very good fragrance on our hands. So we will have a big hidden gem here. So far so good in terms of smell. Hint of woodiness in the base, but very clean again. So it's a combination of cedar sandalwood, very clean, and also a little bit of muskiness to it overall. Hint of amber in here, not too much. The amber in here is effervescent, is airy, is transparent amber. So overall it's a very good fragrance for a price. Is worth it, yes, at least for first impression. As I said, in the next video I'll let you know the longevity, the development, and things like that. But for now, for the first impression, is very good. So let's see what they say in terms of note breakdown according to Fragrantica. So in terms of Note on top we have spearmint, apple, and bergamot. In the mid we have lavender, violet leaf, and sage. And in the base we have patchouli, moss, and fir. Very, very true to these notes. It smells like exactly like that. So the spearmint is, yeah, giving it a hint of mintiness, not too much. It's not a huge player at the moment, but it is a little bit there, a little bit on the background to give it a little bit of mintiness, a little bit of that airy menthol feel to it. But it's not a huge player. The apple is big, yes, but I'm smelling something like a hint of cucumber and a hint of watermelon to it as well, which they're not mentioning. But it could be just a combination of a few things to give you that impression. Bergamot definitely is there. I'm smelling something like lemon as well, so it is a little bit, yeah, little bit lemony, little bit bergamonty as well to give it that tanginess of it. The lavender and the violet leaf and sage giving it that big aromatic feel. So there's no escape from this fragrance. This is an aromatic, herbal, spicy fragrance, and there is no escape from it. Very aromatic. So you need to like your aromatics to enjoy this. The lavender is quite clean in here, so there's no medicinal aspect to this fragrance. There is no earthiness that much, just a hint of earthiness in here. And the violet leaf giving it another aspect of it's like a 3-dimension of aromaticness in here, which is the lavender and the violet leaf, and also the sage in here giving it that greenness as well. So it's very green, it's very herbal. They should have called it Drakkar Noir green, sorry, Drakkar green, because it's very green. Although it's got some watery aspect to it, it's a little bit aquatic, but the green and the green aspect of it, the leafiness aspect of it, the herbal aspect of it is much bigger. So to my nose, to my experience, this should have been called Drakkar green, but they call it blue and we take it. So the base we have patchouli, moss, and fir. Yeah, it is very mossy and it's quite woody, and also patchouli giving it a little bit of depth. The patchouli in here is quite clean again. The moss and the fir are quite clean, but are giving it that leafy, green, grassy feel overall to it. So it's very green, very aromatic, very herbal, very leafy, camphorous, hint of that aquaticness in here, which is giving it a little bit watery, but the water's the clean water rather than it's oceanic or anything like that. So for first impression, very impressive. I mean, not very impressive, but it is quite nice. Okay, so it is very nice for the price, especially. So what do we get? Just give you a brief description quickly. So very green. So this is green and more green, leafy, grassy, herbal, green, and also woody. Yes, so this is more like green than blue, but there is a blue aspect, which is the wateriness. Fresh spiciness, which is mainly coming from those herbal notes, sage definitely in here, and also the lavender itself giving it that aromatic feel, which is very nice, very aromatic. The lavender, the violet leaf, and the sage, very woody in the base. Yes, it is quite woody. They're not mentioning the woods, but I'm smelling something like cedar sandalwood in the base, definitely. But the patchouli in here is what giving it that depth as well, but again very clean. So it is very fresh. It is big on lavender, yes, very aromatic, a little bit of earthiness. Patchouli is quite strong in the base, but again very clean. Mossy, yes, it is quite mossy, but at the moment the moss is way in the background. The camphorous and the mossiness is in the background, and also the earthiness. Very herbal in the same time. Yes, so if you like the description I gave you, and if you imagine YSL EDP plus Mont Blanc Legend Blue somehow amalgamated, you'll get this. Again, it's not a one-to-one to those, it's not 100% to them, but it is quite close to those two. You know, the second I smelled it, it reminded me of those two very strongly. So if you like those two, you like this. If you don't like those two, you won't like this. But again, for the price, those two are, you know, a little bit on the pricey side. This is much cheaper, much more accessible, much more friendlier in terms of your pocket. So that's why I absolutely enjoying it, and I absolutely love it for the first impression. Although it is green, it's grassy, is camphorous, is leafy, is watery and all these things, fairy, a little bit earthiness and all that. But to some extent they modernize it, so it's not the 100% 70s and 80s fragrance. To some extent I would say it's amalgamation, so it's like a 50% of it is 70s and 80s perfumery, and the other 50% is a modern perfumery to give it a little bit of lift, to give it a little bit of that trendy feel what you're getting in the market these days. So it is very, very nice for that. Okay guys, in terms of age, I would say this is ageless. Anybody can wear it from 18 to 180, no problem. In terms of occasion, this is very, very versatile. You can dress up, dress it down, daytime, nighttime, special occasion, casual, formal, informal, anything you want. In terms of season, this is better suited for warmer weather because it's very, very fresh, it's very uplifting, it's very fresh, it's very bright, it's very happy, and that is giving it the warmer weather feel to it. But if it has a good performance, you can easily wear it in winter as well. But let's see how is the performance in the next video. In terms of gender, anybody can wear it, ladies and men, no problem. Although it's quite masculine, yes, but if you're a lady and you like this kind of fragrances, why not? There's nothing in here to prevent you to wear it. As always, if you like a perfume, wear it. If you don't like a perfume, don't wear it. As simple as that. Forget about the marketing. And also in terms of ratio for what I paid and what I get is very, very good, at least for the first impression. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you perfume like this in future that nobody else is talking about. Amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems, and this could be a hidden gem. Let's see how is the performance. If you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, if you tried anything else from this line, let us know your experience. That would be good as well. If you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes and support me that way and get something very, very beautiful in return, you could do that. I'll leave them in the link. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker, so they are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in the United Kingdom. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of, and that makes them huge, bold, very long lasting, very, very artistic and unique. They are like time capsule. They take you different places, different time, and they are super unique and they are super beautiful, if I say myself. Thank you very much as always for watching. Thank you very much for your love and support, and I'll see you later. Bye, bye, bye.